Felix, any tips for learning Korean? Will it be hard? I can't say everything's easy at first. I don't know. Maybe there are some people that find it really easy and like, or maybe learning a language or riding a bike, um, let's say dancing or trying to sing or maybe being naturally good at maths. But honestly, I feel like everyone, not everyone, but mostly people, well, I personally, I find whatever I learn in something new, I find it really hard to learn at the start because I don't know. I just accepted myself as a slow learner because I don't know. My sister, actually, I've been talking with my sister from some time, and you know, my sister, she's just like she studies in psychology, and she does help me a lot with you know, she gives me a lot of tips on how to be, you know, I guess successful in my own way, and she does kind of give me tips on how to do stuff. And you know, there was this, I thought, oh, why am I so slow at learning things? And I thought, why is it so hard for me? You know, why can't I be like some of my friends or like my members who get things done easily, or I guess pretty well? But then my sister told me that, you know, oh, but then have you ever like I've accepted myself as a slow learner because I am cautious and I want to get things done correctly the way I want it to. And so when I first heard that, I thought, you know, oh, that is a very good point. And myself, I would be very embarrassed. Like, for example, I would be very embarrassed if I couldn't, I guess, show that, you know, I was able to learn this quickly, or if I didn't understand anything, I'll be embarrassed. And I think that's one of the ways of losing confidence in myself. And yeah, it's natural, but then I've had a lot of hard time with like, you know, having to get confidence and, you know, just believing in myself that, you know, I can do things well, even though I'm a slow learner. But the whole point is the fact that my sister said, you know, the fact that, you know, she was a slow learner herself, though the more she admitted that she was a slow learner, the better and the more peaceful she was with doing things her way, and it was much more comfortable for her to learn things. And honestly, I feel like I do admit I am a slow learner, though I try to be fast on what I need to do, and I try to be very quick, and I guess try to match my level to everyone else, because, you know, we like to get things done in the faster way. And so, but then if I'm in, like, let's say if I'm doing stuff learning stuff on my own, like let's say how to sing, you know, you can't always rush things to, even though you really want to be successful in this, or in singing or dancing, or you know, whatever you want to do, it always takes time. And, you know, like what Chan Young said, like Chan said, there was a saying where, you know, they say practice makes perfect. But then every time I remember, since like 연습 생, like during my trainee days, he would be like, no, perfect practice makes perfect. So honestly, just thinking about it, I'm just like, oh wow, well that is a point, that is a true point there. And every time I think about it, I just think, all right, I just need to do things my way, except do it perfectly well, but through my pace, you know what I mean? So I don't have to like do things fast because that wouldn't, I don't know if that would probably just drop the quality of you know, that would drop the quality of my results. And so just even thinking about it, I don't want to think. And if you think things too much, you just end up thinking about it too much, and then you won't get anything done naturally or genuinely. So honestly, it's just the more you just think for a bit and then like how to get it done, then you know, start trying to achieve that goal or doing it just step by step. Honestly, that itself I don't think is a problem. So yeah, that's one thing I realized. Well, even though I did hear that so many times, but just hearing from my sister, the fact that, you know, the more there are people that can be adjusted to it like naturally, but there are also things that they may not be, you know, be able to handle easily, and so that's natural. And I learned to accept that I am a slow learner, but also very cautious and willing to make every aspect a bit more perfect. So yeah, the best it can be. So those, even though it's hard to like control, but I feel like that's just part of life. So yeah, but obviously as, you know, a human, I do have problems where like, oh, like I couldn't get this done, or like, oh, why is this so hard, or like, oh, I really want this to be done well. It just didn't come out the way I wanted. But the more you think like that, I think that's how you can achieve a little more. I'm sure, even though you may not see it yourself, but people around you who actually look close to you would definitely recognize how well you're doing. So that was a really long life lesson, but how to improve your Korean, honestly, just take it easy. Don't stress yourself with, you know, with how hard the pronunciation is, or like just do it slow. Like, I'll try to not too fast. Just take your time. If you want to take a break, take a break. Like, don't force yourself to do it if you feel like tired or if it's too hard for you. Or, you know, for me, when I was a trainee, when I first started learning Korean properly, it was like, oh, okay, all right, that's a lot to study, but I'll try. And so as I was doing it, I would like get so tired. Like even doing it like past 12, I would sleep for like 20 minutes because I don't know. A lot of nice tips would be if you sleep for a bit and you wake up, you actually get more energy, and I guess you get into studying more, much better, because, you know, after resting a bit, you can concentrate more apparently. So that's one of my tips. Yeah, but yeah, no need to stress. Take your time. You still have time. That's why there's time. Yeah, yeah, well, that's my life lesson.